There we go. I think we are live. Wait a minute. Let me see something right here. Let me know how the sound is coming out. If it's crackling, let me know because I can back out and come back in. If it's not crackling and it's all good, then we can continue this live stream because I hate to get to going and all of a sudden they be like, hey man, you're crackling too bad. You're crackling bad. So I don't like to start my live stream, really get into it until I get a report from the chat. Where my chat at? Where the people at? So we only about 20, 30 seconds into it. I'll wait till people get on the chat to make sure I can go. And a lot of times YouTube don't let us know when the actual live stream starts. YouTube don't let people know that. It's kind of running late a little bit. But once the chat give me the thumbs up, okay, cool. Logic No Emotion, what's good? What's good in the building? Coming to the barbecue, bringing out the plate. All right, bet. Hey, we said that. All right, cool. Here we go. The audio is good. There we go. So, man, do we have a fun live stream for y'all today? Something that I hope will feed your soul. Something that'll feed your soul today. Thank you, Dom Nietzsche. Audio is on point. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Hey, great to see you. My man, Logan. Hey, if y'all get on, well, Logan, I gotta have you on the live stream one time, brother. This is Veliano and Co right here. This dude right here, hey, he makes some of the hottest bling on the market. Man, I be looking at your work, brother. I be looking at your work, man. And I see cats out there representing your work and everything. You got talent. That's all I know. You got talent. You make that shit crisp and clean. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of people mad at you in 2026. Because 2025, you was getting it going. And all of a sudden, you just like, bam, you hit it hard. You hit it out the park, man. 2026 is going to be your year, brother. I love it. You doing it the right way. So let me make sure I can get this camera set up right. Hold up. Yeah, because sometimes my camera ain't set up right. Let me move it over here a little bit. There we go. All right, bet. Man. So today's live stream, as you can see, we're talking about don't fall for the fake internet courage. I've been dropping a lot over there on TikTok, just letting people know, pay attention to what's going on. For the people who've been on my channel before and who understand who I am, you know about Edward Bernays. Edward Bernays, Bernays. He is actually the godfather of propaganda. So Edward Bernays is the godfather of propaganda. And I say that, and I want to preface that for a reason. If you ever want to buy a book, just go buy Edward Bernays Propaganda. Buy that book. That book explains how current governments right now operate. A lot of governments out there are using it's almost like mind-bending tactics, mind-bending. And I say that because if you look at the history, I dropped a video this morning over on TikTok. I haven't put it on YouTube yet, but it talks about how in immigration, for one thing, I'm going to let everybody know, Obama was the #1 deporter of illegal immigrants in over 40 years. Nobody's ever deported more illegal immigrants than Obama, but also nobody ever protested either. Nobody protested it. Their immigration policy under the Democrats is exactly the same under Trump right now. It's the same exact policy. There's been no change at all. No change. The only difference is the media is spinning it right now. So you got to pay attention to the media. Pay attention, close attention to the media, because they're going to tell you that deporting people from America is white supremacy. They're going to tell you that. But Obama, he's not a white guy. He deported more than any other person in over 30, 35 years. And nobody ever once said the word white supremacy when he was doing all those deportations. Nobody ever said it. This is a narrative that they're trying to sell. And I say this because I want to just hit this nerve in your brain to wake you up to not only hypocrisy, but to narrative. You've got to understand what narrative is. If you don't understand that, you're not playing chess. Chess is not about the move that's in front of your face. It's the move that you don't see coming 2 moves from right now. That's what chess is all about. Checkers is about the move you're doing right now. Chess, you got to think 2-3 moves ahead. So when you see the Democrats doing something, you've got to think, what is the intention? What is the motive? Why are they doing this? That's what you think of first. And it's funny, they won't allow law enforcement to work under ICE, but every other president we're allowed to. That's the issue. Exactly. And they even say that even who's that? I think it's Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer said, you can find videos of Chuck Schumer. He actually says We need to get rid of the immigrants in this country so we can not have to pay for all of this welfare. Chuck Schumer, the guy right now who is currently saying, this is what he says, we have to allow immigrants because we're losing voters. Our birth rate is too low in America. That's what the Democrats are saying right now. That's their logic. The birth rate is too low, so we have to allow immigrants. Find the video. Like, I'm not going to tell you nothing that's going to lie to you. So if he says we need to allow immigrants because the birth rate is too low in America, that means they want more Democrats through being, because they know illegals are going to mainly be Democrats. They know that. Black people are moving over to Republicans. They know that. So they're saying if we allow immigrants to come into this country, we're opening the door to more Democratic voters. But these were the same people who were saying under Clinton and under Obama, we can't have all these illegals in our country because we can't afford it. It is not national security. They had everything under the sun to say about keeping immigrants out of our country and deporting immigrants. It's right. Deporter in chief. That's what he was, a deporter in chief. And now all of a sudden, oh, we got to allow immigrants in our country because the birth rate of Americans are too low. It's too low. Well, if our birth rate is too low, that means the people who are, and this is what's funny when I say birth rate is too low, because when they had the Kamala conventions at the DNC, we got low birth rates, but at the conventions, they've got abortion clinics set up. Black people, wake up. I told you, but I just told you what chess was, right? I told you chess is not the move that you see in front of you, but 2 moves from now. That's chess. So why are the Democrats attracting black people to conventions using Meg Thee Stallion, Beyonce, but then having a big ass abortion clinic sitting outside and then coming and saying, hey, America's birth rate is too low. We got to allow immigrants in. It's called the replacement theory. It's how they replace you. And then they use the welfare dollars that they won't give you as a black person. They won't give it to you, but they'll give it to immigrants saying, well, we need to support our neighbors. They call it neighbors. We need to support our neighbors. Well, what about the current black people here that need support? How come we don't give them $10,000 a month in welfare? They did a survey. There were Somalis that were here in this country for a decade, 10 years. The person that was here for 10 years never had a job. They were on welfare for 10 years straight, raking in $20,000 to $30,000 a month. Tell me what black person right now ain't had a job for the last 10 years, but is raking in about 30 grand in welfare every single month. We don't get that as Americans. This is a playbook. Look at the chess match. You've got to understand how chess is played. If you don't understand how chess is played, it's going to go right past you. And people are voting in Democrats in office. And I'm like, cool, if that's what you are, that's what you are. But you can't complain. You can't be a Democrat, vote a Democrat in office, then complain about you not finding a job, you not having money, you being broke. You can't complain because that's what you voted for in your region. Look in all the red states. We booming. We got money, houses, cars. Like today is probably for me about a $300-400 day today. I don't even know. I got some work sitting in the driveway. I got to go do. I saw the parts in the front seat. I got a $250 job in the front doing catalytic converter for this lady. I'm going to just take the old one off, slap the new one on. It's just bolt on. $250 might take me about an hour. But that's what we get in Republican states. People have money. We help each other. We support our community. We do things like that. That's what we do. Democrat states, they sit around and they say, well, I can't make a lot of money because if I make a lot of money, they won't give me welfare no more. And it's a control thing. If I make too much money, you're going to stop giving me welfare. Therefore, I'm going to stop working. Chess match, 2 moves ahead. Don't look at what's in front of you, 2 moves ahead. Why would you stop working? You're risking not making $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month working on your own because you scared you're going to lose $1,200 in welfare. I'm going to lose $1,200 in welfare if I go out and try to make $4,000. Give me the $4,000. Let me make the $4,000. I don't want the welfare. Give me the $4,000. Just give me the $4,000. But it's a mental play. And you guys got to, like I said, you got to keep up with the game. Understand how chess is played right now. And I'm going to drop a video about this probably. So hopefully my little StreamYard clips this. I hope they clip this right here so I can start a video with it. But there's this big Democratic narrative that started yesterday that ICE arrested a 5-year-old child. That's what they said. ICE arrested a 5-year-old child. I told y'all, watch the media. I've been putting videos out all week about watch the media. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. So when you see that story saying ICE detained a 5-year-old child, this is what really happened. ICE had an order to go after an illegal immigrant. He was the father. The father went and picked the kid up from preschool. So the father was driving home with the kid, was pulling into his driveway. Follow me with the story. This is the real story that the Democrats won't tell you. The father is in his driveway, sees ICE pull up. He's got his kid in his car. The father jumps out the car and takes off running. The father jumps out the car and leaves his kid in the running car, leaves a 5-year-old kid in a running car, and he takes off running away from ICE. The one ICE agent started chasing him, said, I'll go get him. The other agent, because the car was running, there was a kid in the car, went, got the kid out of the car. Because you're not going to leave a 5-year-old in a running car. Who does that? Who leaves a 5-year-old kid in a running car in Minnesota? It's cold as hell outside for one thing, but you leave a 5-year-old in a running car, that kid puts that car in drive, you got a lot of damage now. That kid don't know how to drive, he's 5. Who leaves a kid in a running car? See, the Democrats don't tell you this. They don't tell you this. This is the whole story. So they go chase the father down. They catch the father. The ICE at the car has the kid. So everybody sees this going down because that's what they're doing. Everybody's following ICE. Everybody's following ICE. So they follow this ICE, blowing their whistles, doing crazy shit. Leave the kid alone. Give me the kid. Leave the kid alone. That's a school teacher. Give the kid to the school teacher. ICE agent goes and knocks on the door. Knocks on the door. The father is like, don't open the door. Don't open the door. Don't open it. They're going to arrest you if you open it. The ICE agent at the door with the 5-year-old says, we're not going to arrest you. He ran off and he left the kid. We have your 5-year-old kid right here. He ran off. We're not going to arrest you. This is what ICE officially said in their statement. I'm going to do a whole video on it. Is that we are not going to arrest you. We want to give you your child. The dad ran off and left him. You know what the dad said? The child doesn't stay in the house. Bring the child to jail with me. That's what the father said. Instead of letting the kid go in the house with the mother, the dad says, leave the door locked. And ICE didn't breach the house, didn't kick the door in like people want you to believe. ICE didn't kick the door in, didn't mess with the lady. They had no beef with the lady. No beef with the lady whatsoever. They were going after the father. So the kid and the father are now in an ICE detention facility. And all the people in the neighborhood are pissed off right now saying, well, why don't you just take the kid to a next door neighbor? I'm like, that shit don't make no sense. First off, if you're a criminal, you should just be like, okay, you got me. You caught me. You got me. Just let my kid go in the house, this and that. You got me. Instead of doing that and being a responsible parent, he's like, no, bring my kid to jail with me. I don't want my kid in the house with the mom. I want to take my kid to jail with me. That's the true story. But the Democrats are going saying, oh, they're using this kid to lure parents. No, that's not how it went. But that's the narrative they're going to paint. So now you got all these Democrats finding out that because like I said, social media is a very powerful tool. We have the ability to get the true story and put it out. CNN don't control us. MSNBC don't control us. Fox News don't control us. Nobody controls us as podcasters. We can put the truth out. And it's up to whether or not a platform wants to put the truth out or block me or kick me off like Facebook did. They can kick me off if they want to. That's totally cool. But the thing is, once people find out the truth, they're going to start realizing I can't listen to this media. The media is full of shit. They're lying. Why is the media lying? Chess move. Chess move. Because they know people have heart for children. So they're going to start saying, don't take your kids to preschool. Don't take your kids to school. Just stay home and lock yourself in the house with the kids. That's the next play for Democrats. I'm telling you, that is their next play. They're already telling people, don't go to work. They're going to come get you if you go to work. We're just going to pay you. We're going to give you welfare. Just stay home. We're going to give you welfare. Trump's like, nope, we're shutting welfare down. That welfare is for Americans who work, who pay taxes for other American citizens. It is not to be sent over to Somalia. And they caught the Minnesota AG. They caught this AG on video. They caught him on video saying, if you guys keep us in office, we'll make sure we keep sending money to Somalia. He says that out of his own mouth. He didn't say we're going to take care of the community here in America. We're going to take care of the community in United States. He said, we'll make sure we keep funding money over, sending money over to Somalia. He said that. And of course, he's going to probably come back and they're going to spin it somehow. Well, in Somalia, we have an embassy. No, you told people, if you keep us in power, you vote and elect for us, we'll keep sending money over to Somalia. He said it on Mogadishu TV. Look up the Minnesota AG Mogadishu TV. That's his interview where he said, if you keep us in power, we'll keep sending money to Somalia. See, they don't treat black people like this. Democrats don't do that. What do Democrats tell black people? Oh, we ain't got no more money. Oh, we got to raise your property taxes up if y'all want us to do that for you. Oh, we ain't got this, we ain't got that. That's what they tell black people. Oh, you know what? We don't have funding for that. We don't have that. But these Democrats are rich. All these politicians are rich as hell. I mean, they're real rich. $30 million rich after working 2 and 3 years, making $140,000 a year. How do you make $140,000 a year, but somehow you're now worth 30 million? It's money moves, man. Money moves. Everybody's getting busted. Everybody's getting caught. Everybody's moving things around. And they think that media like us, we won't come out and tell the truth. People try to shame us all the time. Oh, you just are Uncle Tom. You just are Uncle Tom. Because I tell the truth. I'm like, okay, I'll be Uncle Tom. That's fine. I'll be Uncle Tom. But you tell me the opposite of what I'm saying. You prove that what I'm saying is a lie. Oh, you just Uncle Tom. That's all. I thought so. You can't say shit that proves me wrong. You know I'm right. And if your retort to me being right is you just Uncle Tom, then fuck it. I'll be an Uncle Tom. But I need to tell people the truth. They need to know the truth. All that bullshit don't work on me. It really don't work. Yeah, Democrats gave black symbols. Hey, now look, we passed the Crown Act. Now you can wear your hair at work. That. Oh, you can wear your hair how you want to at work. Well, why do I go to work? Why don't you just give me $9,700 per child to watch my own kids at home like you doing the Somalis? Y'all giving these Somalis $9,700 a month per kid to stay home and watch their kids. But you telling me as a black person, you can wear your hair how you want to. Go to work. You can wear your hair. Like, man. Oh, yeah, I heard about that $250 billion. Oh, they going to get Gavin Newsom. And they outlined the homeless thing. Then they got the light rail, that high speed rail they got. Man, they got so much drama in California right now. This is going to be crazy, man. This is going to be, man, I can't wait till California. Say Crown Act turned into no hair nets around food prep. The Crown Act turned into no hair nets around food prep. Yeah, that's why, like I said, I cook at home. I ain't got time to be pulling those strands of hair out of my food shit. I ain't doing that. No. Yeah, hey, blacks, we'll make Juneteenth a holiday. See, we care. Meantime, Somalis are like buying Porsches. When you look at all these videos of these Somalis, this is what I find interesting. You don't see no hoopties. They ain't got no busted ass cars. They got Audi Q7s, Escalades. They got Volvos pulling up. They got Nissan Altimas, nice ass Altimas pulling up. And I'm sitting there like, how all these Somalis got all these nice ass cars? And ain't none of them got jobs. They all on welfare. 90% of Somali families that have at least one kid, 90% of them are on welfare. So how are you on welfare driving a big ass Audi Q7? Oh, I see it. You got an Audi Q7, you on welfare, but you're getting paid $9,700 a month just because you got a kid and you call yourself a home daycare. Okay, I see it. And whoever watched my video about the Blue Cross Blue Shield, Blue Cross actually ran a commercial. They ran a whole infomercial in Somali, completely in Somali, about how to start a home health daycare business. They didn't do that for black people. Would anybody out there, if you're black or if you're white or anything else like that, have you ever got a video from Blue Cross telling you how to start a business and get government money so you can stay home? I've never got a video like that, and I'm on the internet all the time, but I've never gotten a video from Blue Cross telling me how to do that. But yet Somalis got it. They all figured it out. They're 40, 50 businesses deep under one mailbox. They got one mailbox hanging on the wall, but it's 40 businesses in that one mailbox. They never told us how to do that. But the Democrats is like, you know what? We're going to help y'all out. If y'all keep coming to America and y'all keep voting Democrat, we're going to make sure we take care of y'all financially. Don't worry about money. We got y'all. Y'all going to have enough money to send back to Somalia, send to Kenya, send to China. You're going to be sending money to Sweden, the Cayman Islands. You're going to be sending money everywhere. We're going to make sure you got money. Just come on over. Just come on over. We got you. And they do it. Like, I got the whole video showing the Blue Cross teaching them how to set up a home healthcare business, a home daycare. And it was like, and even in the video, it said you can set up your own daycare and only have Somali kids there. So only have Somali kids there so you can maintain your own culture. That's what it said in the thing. You can have your own daycare that's only Somali children and you can maintain your own culture. Wait a minute. So you using tax dollars. You're using tax dollars and telling these people they can discriminate against who comes to your daycare with our American tax dollars. You're using my American tax dollars, but you're telling Somalis you don't even have to let Americans bring their kids to your daycare. This is their money, but we're giving it to you so you can start a daycare and you can have Somali kids if you want them. You can feed Somali children if you want to feed them. They're teaching them how to practice discrimination with our money. And they said it in the video. Only Somali children. You can maintain your own culture. Imagine if I had public money, public dollars, and I said, I'm going to start a school. And it's only for Christians and it's only for white people. They be like, you racist motherfucker. That's racist shit right there. Yeah. That would be racist. But this is what they tell Somalis. Exactly. If Kamala was elected, man, please. And this is what they tell Somalis. You don't have to have any American in your daycare, but we're going to give you American money. We're going to keep funding you with American money, taxpayer money that you never even paid into. And at the end of the day, you're going to become a millionaire. One daycare got over $900,000 in a year, $900,000 in a year. And I think the lady had 4 kids. You telling me I got to make $900,000 a year to take care of a family of 4? $900,000 a year is what an American would have to make in order to take care of a family of 4? No. So where'd the rest of that money go? Because it don't cost no $900,000 to take care of a family of 4. So if I'm paying you $900,000, where's the money at? Because it ain't in your bank account. They send it overseas. And the Democrats know this, man. They know it. They know it. They say, well, I haven't been down to courthouse to stop the judge from sentencing American citizens from going to jail. You know why? Because they would immediately be arrested by the judges. Oh, yeah. And so do you think the powers that be are bringing foreigners in to start a civil war? Oh, people already called that out, Serious Black Thought. People call because they were looking at all the people crossing the border during the Biden years. And they're like, these are all young military age men who could be working in their country. The majority of the people that were coming across were military age men. So are you building militias over here? We already know the America, they'll fund a project. They gave all that money to Ukraine. And when Ukraine said, well, we don't even know where all the weapons are. We got all these weapons and y'all donated all these. We don't even know where they are. So this is what I think. You say you sent all these weapons to Ukraine. You say that even though Ukraine says we don't know where all these weapons are, you claim you sent. America never sent them. They kept the weapons here. And they started importing all of these military age men. And they saying, well, we got warehouses full of weapons. We said we sent it to Ukraine, but we never did. We got the Americans food. The Americans think all of these guns and all these grenades and rocket launchers are sitting over in Ukraine. We still got them in America. We just waiting on y'all to come over here and use them against Americans. Because as soon as they get ready to rise up and try to ship y'all out of here, guess what? We got warehouses full of weapons. Come down and get some training. Come down and grab some weapons. We got you. Well, we thought all this was in Ukraine. Shit, Ukraine thought this was in Ukraine. We kept this shit. We need this. Because if we're going to have a war over here, why are we going to send all our weapons overseas? Ukraine was a patsy. I told you, think about chess moves. When you think about this shit, think about chess moves. Why would you send weapons to a foreign country? And the foreign country say, you claim you sent us all of these weapons, but we have no idea where it is. They said that shit out loud. We have no idea all these. You said you sent all these weapons. We got some, but the amount you talking about, we don't got. Chess move. Chess move. Make the American people think Ukraine is over there siphoning weapons. Ukraine ain't siphoning weapons. We never sent it. We never sent it. It's still here. And so now they getting all these military age men coming across the border and they saying, well, hell, we can just give them all the weapons we claim we sent to Ukraine. We never sent it to Ukraine. We just waiting for people to use it over here. That's why I tell folks, man, as an American, you know, we got the Second Amendment and everything like that. We get it. And it's funny because you can look in some of the data files and everything. The Illinois was trying to make it legal for an illegal immigrant to have a firearm. Google it. I'm not lying. Y'all be thinking that some of y'all be thinking I'll be making this shit up. It makes no sense. You're giving an unvetted, undocumented. You don't know if this illegal killed 4 people from wherever they from. You don't even know that. You don't know if there's a gang member. You don't know nothing about this because they're unvetted. But you're going to make it legal for that unvetted, undocumented person in America to possess a firearm. You don't know if this person is crazy, got medical conditions. You don't, because he's an unvetted person. This is why none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense, man. Oh, yeah, just watch all of the Nick Shirley videos and expose. They definitely didn't want his child there. Yeah, exactly, Texas Piper. Exactly. Oh, they don't have space for no other kids. No, we don't got space for no other kids. Well, it says you can fit 120 kids in here, and there ain't a single kid in here. My kid can't come. There's no kids in here. You at least have one. You'd have mine. No, because it was never no kids there. Never. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of sleeper cells here from the open border doing Biden administration. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, E-Love, and I'm glad you said that, E-Love. I'm so glad you said that. People aren't seeing the chess move right now. Right now, they got this fake dude pretending to be, you know, a Pyroot blood. Then he pretending to be a fucking Black Panther. And he running around trying to get black people to get all involved in his coalition and everything like that. I think what it is, just like you said, sleeper cells. They're trying to alert sleeper cells. This is their signal to alert sleeper cells to start going after ICE agents now. This is a signal, man. It's a signal. And they're trying to see the American sentiment for it. What is the American sentiment for us going against ICE agents? Today, right here in Arizona, one of our politicians here in Arizona today said citizens are entitled to the Stand Your Ground Act and can fire upon ICE agents. She said that today. This is what I'm thinking. And everybody's like, this lady needs to be taken down for treason. She needs to be taken down for treason. If you do shoot at an ICE agent, let's just say you do. Let's say you shoot at an ICE agent or even a cop. What's your next plan after that? Like, what's your next plan? Are you going to go to work? Be like, oh, yeah, man, I just shot at this ICE agent, man. He was trying to get me, man. I shot at his ass, man. Shit, I had to come here. I had to be on time, bro. I got to run a report. I got to get my coffee real quick, man. Shit, we got a meeting at like 11:30. I had to shoot at that damn ICE agent. I ain't got time for that shit. Is that your plan? You think that's how life is going to go? Do you think you're going to be able to shoot at an ICE agent or shoot a cop and the next day be like, oh, yeah, man, I'm going to go take my kid over to daycare real quick. I had to shoot this ICE agent yesterday, man. I had to shoot him yesterday. Dude was straight tripping, try to grab me, man. I shot his ass, man. This is not GTA. You don't just get a chance to shoot at somebody and try to jump in the car and run. This is not GTA. Too many video game players out there thinking, oh, you can just shoot at cops and shit. Your life is going to dramatically change after that moment you pull some shit like that. Either you're going to die on the spot or you're going to die later that day or they're going to apprehend you and have your ass in prison. I mean, that's the next step. There is no, well, I'm going to go to work because I got a meeting at 11:30. I had to shoot at this cop because I had to get away. No, you're going to be a fugitive and you ain't going to have nowhere to run and nowhere to hide because if they got you on camera, that's even worse. You can't go nowhere. These people haven't thought it all the way through. You've got to think it all the way through. Man, I'm telling these people, oh, yeah, some of them got millions. And when there's transportation companies they found in Ohio, they don't exist. Oh, yeah. Because with transportation companies, we even said that on this channel with those non-emergency medical transit rides, them NEMT rides. What you can do is you can bill the government. Remember that one ride I did on this channel and somebody had emailed me that ride. It was a EMT ride. They had to go from one city to another city. Now, the company got $900. Lyft got $900 for that ride, and it said it right on the screen, $900. The driver got $300 of the $900. So if the driver got $300 of the $900, Lyft took $600 of that. What did the NEMT company who set up the ride get? You see what I'm saying? They're billing the government for these NEMT rides. So if you got a transportation company and you know you can bill the government for NEMT rides, you can do fake NEMT rides all day. Just make up an invoice, make up a date, make up a time. These people don't even pay attention to what it is because it's on welfare, it's on Medicare. If I go pick up Miss Jones and take her from Chandler to the airport, NEMT ride, she don't care how much it costs. She don't care because Lyft is going to bill the government. Uber's going to bill the government. The NEMT company going to get their cut of it. They don't care what these people are out here billing the government $125 for these rides, $125, but sitting there showing the driver getting $13. It'll say, oh, rider paid $23. Rider never paid $23. They're going to get reimbursed from the government $125 for that short ride because it's NEMT. It's not a regular ride. It's NEMT. So Lyft's going to get reimbursed for it. I'm telling you, man, people not paying attention to the chess moves, man. They not paying attention to the chess moves. They're looking at what's in front of them and they're being indoctrinated by this new word that's going around now. White supremacy is a new word they throwing around. White supremacy. Even though it's an old word, it's a new, really hardcore narrative. White supremacy is worse than mask up. Mask up was the 2020 shit. Mask up, mask up. Now it's like white supremacy, white supremacy. Everything's white supremacy. But if you vote Democrat, this is the kicker. If you vote Democrat, you're fighting white supremacy. If you vote Republican, you're not. And that's how they trick you. Because they say, do you like white supremacy? No. Then you better vote Democrat because we're fighting white supremacy over here. They're not fighting white supremacy over there. There is no white supremacy involved. These are all discrimination attorneys who are becoming politicians now. And they know that in order to sell something to their client, they got to make their client believe they're a victim. When you get in a car accident, does your back hurt? No. You sure your back don't hurt? No, not really. Well, I tell you what, maybe it'll start hurting tomorrow. Maybe you'll feel a little pain tomorrow. Maybe next week. So I'm going to send you to this chiropractor. I'm going to send you to this guy. He's going to work on your back a little bit because they want to bill for that. If the attorney can bill for that, they'll say, okay, we billed for $7,600 for you to go to the chiropractor, even though your back wasn't really hurt. So we're going to put $7,600 in the settlement to the insurance company. We need $7,600. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to go back to the chiropractor and say, hey, you know what? We'll give you $2,000, $3,000. But they billed the insurance $7,600. But they're saying we're going to give you. So the chiropractor is really going to get $2,300. The insurance is going to pay the attorney $7,600. So out of the $7,600, they still got $4,300. They've got $4,300. That ain't even a part of your settlement. That's the attorney getting that money. The attorney is like, man, I just made $4,300 because they're always going to settle your medical bills in a car accident thing. Never think all the medical bills you're racking up during your accident are not going to be. They're going to try to settle 100% of those bills. They're going to fight to settle 100% of them. And the attorney gets whatever they settle for because they're going to bill the insurance for the other side. But once they get all the money, they're going to get the $100,000. Yeah, it's all about commission for them. And this is the thing. It's the same thing. It's all about commission for them. It's the same thing when it comes to welfare, Medicare, daycare, home health care. It's all a big commission. These are all attorneys. Look at Tim Walz. Tell me what he did before he became a politician. Look at Jacob Fry. What did he do before he became a politician? Look at Obama. What did he do? Look at all these people's, like their attorneys. What did they become? What were they before they became politicians? All discrimination attorneys. Look at Tony West, discrimination attorney. And now he's the head of Uber Legal now. And he was a discrimination attorney. When you deal with discrimination attorneys, you have to have a victim in order to get paid. They have to make you feel like you're a victim of white supremacy. You're a victim of something. Once you become a victim and you feel like a victim, now you're going to say, yeah, I do actually feel like a victim of white supremacy. Yeah. Now don't you say something? Shit, I did. I mean, I just woke up, went to the grocery store today. I filled up my gas tank. I washed my wheels because I got to pick up. But damn, white supremacy, bro. It's just white supremacy. I feel you now. I feel you now. So they got Jasmine Crockett and everybody else drilling that shit in everybody's head. But when Obama was president and they were deporting all of these people, nobody ever said white supremacy. So if deporting people is a sign of white supremacy, why did we not say it for 8 Obama years and 8 Clinton years? Why did we not say the words white supremacy for those years? We never said it. But now that Trump's doing it, that's the going word right now. I'm telling you, you gotta pay attention to what's going on out there, man. You gotta pay attention out there. In my neck and my back. So you gotta pay attention to the narrative, and they're gonna try to sell something to you. What up, Triple E? They're gonna try to sell something to you to get you to promote it, to get you to push it. And if you don't push it, it's not gonna circulate out there. Everybody has to push the narrative of white supremacy. I mean, and I'm sitting there looking at all these videos of these politicians speaking. What did Tim Walz say? What did Tim Walz say? Yeah, America is tired of these old white guys, these old white supremacists. You know, we're tired of being run by old white guys. This country, you know, old white guys, and this is white supremacy, and everything's white. And he's a white guy. Old white supremacy. And, you know, these old white guys. We're tired of old white guys. We need some new, young, black female blood. We need new, young, black people, because the old white guys, we don't like this. We need young, black females to run everything. This is white supremacy. They selling that shit to you because it's money. It's money. If he can get enough of these Somalis around him, it's money. Look at the one lady who's now exposing everybody. She said, oh, Tim Walz knew about it. She said, and she's in jail right now, speaking from jail. Oh, Tim Walz knew about it. The AG knew about it. Their assistants knew about it. People who were the directors of all these programs, they all knew about it. She's talking from jail. She's like, do you really think me, one person with one little business called Feeding Our Future? I have one little business. And all of a sudden, I set up like 50, 60 new businesses. Do you really think that's possible? She said the state signed off on all of this with my name on it. The state knew who was all involved. My name was on each one of these companies. The state knew that. They never investigated. They never questioned it because they were all involved in it. Everybody was getting kickbacks from it. She's talking from jail right now. The one politician that was against it, she says, I'm against funding it. I don't want to fund it. The one politician that says she don't want to fund it, she voted against it. She even did an interview saying she voted against it. They killed her at home. They killed that lady at home because she voted against it. And that was her last time ever on camera. When she said, I voted against it, I know a lot of people are going to be upset. And she was crying. She was crying on like a news camera. She was like, I know a lot of people are going to be upset with me because I voted against it. And you know, I know it's federal funding and we're not going to get the funding, but I voted against it. But because she knew in her heart what was going on. She knew all the fraud was going. She's crying in the middle. This is a politician. You talk on camera all the time. What are you crying for? You always crying. What you always talking? What are you crying for? Because she knew her ass was grass. She knew all the people involved. It's like being in the mafia. What up, Jig? It's like being in the mafia. Imagine that you turn on the mob boss. Imagine turning on a mob boss, a multi-billion-dollar mob boss. You just turned on him in his face. You know you died. You dead. You dead. You already know that. You like, yeah, man, it was really nice hanging with you guys today, man. It was really nice lunch. I appreciate hanging out to lunch because you know you dead. You just turned on the mob boss, a multi-billion-dollar mob boss. And that's what she felt on camera. She knew it. She was done. She was done. And even the guy who did it is speaking from jail saying, yeah, I was instructed to. His wife worked for Jacob Fry, or she was doing something with Jacob. So the guy who killed that Democratic congresswoman and her family or whatever, this and that, the guy who did it, his wife is linked in with Jacob Fry. How is this a coincidence that the person who Tim Walz appointed to a position, pointed this dude to a position, this dude kills the lady that votes against all the funding. She votes against it. And his wife happens to work with Jacob Fry in some capacity. That's a close ass circle. That's a close. Usually, you know, it's maybe a random shooting, but that's a close ass circle. That's a close circle. So that's what I tell folks, man. Pay attention to what's going on because the media is not talking about all of this. They want to distract you. They want you to pretend that white supremacy is taking over America because they don't want to, you know, deport anybody. They want to deport everybody. White supremacy is taking over America. Don't fall for that, man. Use your brain, use your eyes, look around, question everything. Question everything. And if you don't know how to, trust me, there's channels out there, there's videos out there. Anything you want to know, all you got to do is type it in search. Type it in search. And I don't even trust AI no more. I typed in something on Gemini today, AI, Google AI, and I asked it a series of questions. It gave me some serious runaround. It gave me, because I asked it, what was because somebody sent me a meme and I said, how many illegal immigrants did Obama deport during his 8 years in office? And it says something like, and this is AI speaking back, well, there are many variables and variances and all kind of, it gave me the most runaround ass answer instead of it gets to give me a number. Just give me a number. It had so much, it says, well, the net of ins and outs and this and that. And I'm just like, okay, apparently Google is working with their ass, because all I wanted was a number. I just erased the shit. I ain't even want to deal with it no more. I said, no. Oh yeah, that unnecessary division. And this is what it is, man. The fact that a lot of people, especially like in Latino communities, black communities, white communities, people are realizing the narrative being pushed based on the flip of how the Democrats were. They were this way, and now all of a sudden they're this way, and there's no connect. They can't bridge it. Like, where's the bridge? Why are you guys going the other way all of a sudden? Because you guys were going this way, and now you're saying this. What happened? Like, tell us what happened in the middle. What made you change your mind? Nobody knows, because they don't know why they changed their mind. They have the beehive theory. Wherever you take the queen bee, which is the narrative, wherever you take the queen bee, you put it here, and you get everybody to just follow the queen bee. They don't even know why. They have no idea why they're following the queen bee. They have no idea why. You ask a Democrat, why are you for immigration now, but they were against immigration just, 10 years ago? Why? Like, what happened? Well, that doesn't matter. Oh, it matters. It matters a lot, because America's a ongoing project. It's a big country. It's an ongoing project. So we need to know why did you flip? What is the deal? See, a lot of people, they're just following that queen bee. That's the narrative. And the Democrats will say, this is our new narrative. Put it out in the media. Let MSNBC know. Let CBS know. Let CNN know. This is the media. This is the narrative now. We need people to follow this narrative. Now we come through and we break the narrative down, and we start getting shadow banned. We start getting blocked. People don't want to talk to us. The YouTube won't put our videos out there. Everybody's getting money from somebody. Everybody's getting money from somebody. Because money is what makes this whole thing work. Without money, nothing. Even on my YouTube channel, without money, I'm still out there driving, doing clients, working on cars, doing shit. Because I don't get paid from YouTube like that. I don't get money like that. YouTube don't pay all my bills like that. So you do what works when it comes to the money. So when they know if we support the Democrats, we're going to get a cut of all these tax dollars. We're going to get some U.S. aid. U.S. aid got turned off. A lot of Democratic platforms disappeared. The moment USA got cut, this place is letting go of people. This place is letting go. This place is not continuing this show. This place is shutting down. This place is being sold to this place. And they were all Democratic platforms. What is the coincidence of that? Of USA being unfunded, and all of a sudden, all of these Democratic narrative pushers are just disappearing. They were getting money from it. Common sense will tell people that they must have been getting paid from it. Because if they weren't getting paid from it, they were making money other kind of ways, they'd still exist right now. That is not a coincidence that all of these, like I said, it's a spider web. There was a central hub. And once that hub imploded, everything that was connected to that hub imploded. Everything imploded. And now the media was pushing, Trump's going to go to war with the UK. Going to go to war with UK because of Greenland. Going to go to war. Trump went over there, spoke his piece, and the UK was like, you got a good point. You got a good point. Because what Americans don't understand is that our tax dollars, what we work for every day, when we go to work and they take that money out of our check, that money out of our check goes to this thing called the United Nations. So it goes to the United Nations. We, America, are basically United Nations. We pay almost all of that shit. So we are United Nations. So United Nations has directors. Trump goes over there. The directors of the United Nations goes, hey, blah, blah, blah. And Trump goes, excuse me? They go, oh, well, XYZ. Trump goes, dude, who the fuck you think you talking to, bro? It's like, do you know how much America pays just for y'all ass to sit there? America is the United Nations. We paying for all this shit. I tell you what, we'll drop out of the UN and I'll start my old thing called the Nations for Peace, or something he said, the Department of Peace, Organizations of Peace. That's what Trump said. 25 nations have signed up under Trump so far. 25 nations. They said, we'll leave the UN and we'll follow you, bro. Because y'all are really the money. Y'all, United States is actually the money. These people at UN are a bunch of talking heads. See, Trump went over there like a boss, and he made a boss move. He says, I'm paying for you. So for me to show up and you to try to talk to me sideways, I'll pull my funding. They was like, yeah. Like, who the hell you think Trump is? Trump is not an attorney. Trump is a businessman. He's a negotiator. So if you try to talk shit to a negotiator, he gonna be like, I'll just take my funding. And now what do you got? Trump's a negotiator. What do you got? Tell me, what do you got? And they like, we got nothing. We tried to strong arm Trump. We tried to talk sideways to Trump. We got nothing. Because this dude just said he'll just pull out of the UN and start his own shit in 25 nations. Like, we're going with United States. Because that's where all the money's coming from. America been number one. We've been the top country. We are not being sold out. The Democrats want to sell us out and call us number 5 or number 6 or number 7 and let all these people come take over our country. That's what the Democrats want to do, so they get paid. They want to all be rich and have houses all over the world and bank accounts all over the world. They don't give a fuck about the American people. Trump's like, the American people are paying for the United Nations. So for the United Nations to talk sideways to the United States, you out your damn mind. Because I'll pull anchor on y'all ass. Then what? When I pull up anchor and I start my own thing, 25 days is like, I'm rolling with you. Yeah, exactly. Trump said shop, man. Trump said shop. Yeah, that's why I appreciate how he's a major chess player with that business background, especially in this age. It's like a right place, right time deal. Exactly, Hawaii, exactly. Because we had enough attorneys. And I dropped a video yesterday on TikTok that talked about it. So the lady on TikTok, she was the former prime minister. She was the former prime minister of the UK. And she said Trump's fixing everything these attorneys ruined. She says all of these politicians are attorneys. She said it. We've been talking about it on this channel for a long time. We have been talking about it on this channel for a long time about how these politicians are all attorneys. So it's not like we copied her or she copied us. She said it from her heart because she's a smart woman. She's the former UK prime minister. So if we've been talking about it on this channel for a long time, she's in the UK, don't know me, I don't know her. In her interview, she said all of these countries have been taken over by attorneys. All of these politicians are attorneys. They used to be attorneys. They're taking over. All they know is law. That's all. They don't know business. And each of these countries are a business. It's not always about law. It's about good business, bad business. And America was getting a bad business deal on a whole lot of the people like, well, we can make up laws. Yeah, you can make up a law, but you make up a law because you're an attorney, but you're not doing good business because you're not a businessman. So yeah, it's a law. We need to amend the law, repeal the law. Obamacare was a law. And now what happened with that? Everybody started hacking the system with it. They started hacking. That's how we got all this fraud, because companies were allowed to write invoices. Nobody was auditing them because it's Obamacare. You can make up an invoice right now for $50,000 and send it, and they're going to pay it. That was Obamacare. That's how people got ripped off. So Obamacare was a law written by a bunch of attorneys. And what did Ilhan Omar say? What did she say right to the public? She said, well, these laws were written without any guardrails. She said that. I didn't. If anybody who heard her interview know I ain't bullshit. She said these laws were written without any guardrails. Attorneys did it. Business people didn't do it. Business people figured out the grift. They figured out the play. And business people said, wait a minute, there's a lot of fraud going on. We got accountants, we got Doge, we got all these people saying all of this fraud. So the business people walked in the building and said, who wrote this shit? Oh, a bunch of attorneys wrote it. But they wrote it without any guardrails. Also, they wrote it knowing they could play the system. That's what you're telling us. These attorneys wrote this so they can play us. That's what you're really telling me. See, we not stupid. You can't tell me these attorneys didn't know that they was going to be able to get money out of this the way they wrote it. You can't tell me it was just accidentally. I got $30 million by accident. Oh, I got rich out of this shit by accident. Oh, we got $19 billion going to Somalia by accident. We didn't know this was going to happen. They wrote it like that. They knew what they were doing. So I'm like, Trump came in, just like I said, the UK prime minister, what did she say? The UK prime minister came in and said, all of these politicians, they all used to be attorneys. All they do is law. They don't do business. Trump came in, gutted it, says we're doing business now. We want to do business with your country. We want to do business with your country. Everybody we want to do business with. And this is how business is going to go. And every country fell in line because the United States pays way more money than all the rest of them combined. They don't even pay probably half of what we pay combined. They don't pay shit compared to, we pay for everything. Because we are the Americans that are working every day, working ourselves 60 hours a week, 80 hours a week, 45 hours a week. We're the Americans working hard every day to pay for all of these countries to have what they got. They are draining America, draining us, putting us like we are the slave country, but we're number one in defense, number one in economy with China and everything else. So how in the hell are we so far ahead in number one? But Americans got to work 2 and 3 jobs and barely make it. But we can get illegals to come over here and they becoming millionaires in a matter of 1 year. You tell me how is that shit even happening? Because politicians, these attorneys are now, attorneys are becoming politicians and they're writing laws right now. That's how it's happening. And Trump is like, this is bad business. This is bad business for the Americans. The Americans, we should put our people first. And the Democrats are like, no, we don't put Americans first. We put illegals first. The illegals, their countries are bad. Hold on, wait a minute. And I'm like, man, are you in a hotel lobby? I know. And then, so Trump is like, we're going to put Americans first. Dems are like, well, we want to put illegals first. And now we're putting out this narrative that Americans need to go outside and fight to keep illegals here. When the Democrats were the ones under Clinton and Obama both who deported way more illegals than any other president in the past 30 years. Now they're saying we want to keep illegals here. Wait a minute, but you were saying get rid of illegals when you were in power. What happened? They won't tell you what happened. But I'll tell you what happened. Money happened. Money happened. They saw how much money they can get out of illegals. The way they were writing all these bills and shit. Attorneys, laws. So the way they wrote all this shit, thank you, Jose. I appreciate that, brother. You cooking, brother, all facts. And I tell folks, man, research what I'm saying. I'm 100% cool. I will never tell people, don't look up what I'm saying. Just believe me. I never say no shit like that. I'm like, go look it up. Go research it. Go type in because I do my research. I love to read, man. Sometimes when I'm in bed at night, the dog is like restless and he's moving around. I'll just sit there, turn on the TV and I'll read news. I'll go and research something, just read something. I love to read because it leads me to other treasures. I'll say, oh, I didn't know about that. I'll write that name down. I'll go research that name. Oh, shit, I didn't know. Who is she connected to? Oh, shit, she's connected to him. Her wife is there. Oh, this is a crazy pyramid. No wonder they got the money. I love to read. So I tell people, always research what I'm saying. You ain't got to take what I say for 100%. But I'm going to bring nothing but the facts. That's it. I'm bringing facts, brother. I appreciate that super chat, Jose. All day, brother. All day. You always supporting the barbecue, man. I love that, man. I love it. And I tell folks, man, if we all researched more, I believe Democrats will start leaving that party and becoming Republicans. And I think the Democrats are scared of that because even Obama, he sat in a I think he had a conference or something. And in that conference, this is what Obama said. The First Amendment, free speech. We got free speech. We got free speech. This is what Obama said. We need to curb people's access to what they post and everything on the internet. We need to curb that access. The government needs to be in control of what facts are. That's what he said. The government should be in control of what is deemed as facts. A government like Minnesota, a bunch of people who are out there committing fraud and pointing fingers at each other and can't get shit together. Those are the people you're saying should determine what facts are? That's what you telling us? Goddamn Keystone Cops. They had a whole hearing. And the lady who was in charge of how all the governments have internal controls. Every government has internal controls. So they just had this congressional hearing. And the lady who was in charge of internal controls wouldn't answer questions about internal controls. She tried to put it off on other people. She was pointing her finger. Well, each department has to have their own internal controls, bam. And the lady was like, and the head lady that was asking all the questions was like, yeah, we know each department has to have their own internal controls, but you are the one who has to implement and audit those controls. You are in charge of all the fraud that's going on. Each department has to have controls, but you have to be the one to audit and implement controls that work better. So, because it's almost like a stopgap system. You let departments put internal controls. You come in and audit their internal controls. If their internal controls aren't working, you change the internal controls to something that does work. That was that lady's job. But she tried to put it off on everybody else because she's involved in that shit. And I made some on TikTok saying these people are all involved. Because you can't tell me a group of Somalis whose IQ is probably about 70. The average IQ of a Somali is about 60 or 70, something crazy like that. But they outsmarted all of these attorneys who became politicians. You telling me a group of Somalis with the IQ of 60 outsmarted Harvard, Yale, all these attorneys from all of these places. You saying they outsmarted them people? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. What they did was they were being played. They were being used. All these Somalis were being used, but they were willing to be used in exchange for money. You could use us, but we want some of the money too. If you give us, rights, and you give us this and you give us that, we'll vote for you to keep you in power. And it's funny because as soon as Mayor Fry got in power, he was a council member. So he was a council member and he became mayor. Once he became mayor, he appointed 3 people to his council. 3 people, Somalis. Each Somali was indicted and found corrupt of housing, public safety, and some kind of other policy. They were all found 3 corrupt, robbing people, guilty, indicted, put in jail. So how does Mayor Fry just so happen to find the 3 that do that? And he's not involved. Either he's got a bad antenna and he picks bad people and he don't know what the hell to say. But it's like, how can you pick 3 bad ones? You 100%, you batting 1,000 for picking bad ones. Each person you picked was all indicted for fraud. Each one of them. But you're not. You're not. That's why I said, even that lady in the meeting was saying, you are in charge. You are the American. You are the one that was put into that position as an American to oversee all of these departments of internal controls. And you're telling me that wasn't your job? The lady wrote right from the state charter what her job was and told that lady what her job was, because she was trying to put it. Well, every department has to have their own internal controls in it. Yeah, I know that. I know. But you're the one that's supposed to implement it and audit it. So what up? And she got stuck. She turned to some lady next to her because she knew she was in a hot seat. She turned to some lady and some lady started answering the question, just started running off. That lady wouldn't even ask a question. But she just started running her mouth. Well, blah, blah, blah. That's how you know. It's like 2 kids that you catch lying. And you ask kid A, where did you guys go after school? Because you guys weren't at the arcade like you said you were. Where did you go after school? Now you ask this to kid A. Kid A says, well, when right after school, we started walking down the street and kid B jumps in. We started walking down the street and then we went here and then we went there. It's like, wait a minute. I didn't ask you. I asked kid A. But see, kid B don't trust kid A because kid A about to give up all the shit now. Kid A can't lie good. Kid A can get busted in a lie real quick. Kid B thinks I'm a really good liar. So I'm going to cut kid A off and I'm going to tell you the answer. But I didn't ask you. And that's the quickest way that you know somebody's lying and bullshit. Tell kid B to shut up, sit down. Because now I know something's up because you jumped in real quick. So tell me, what did you guys do? And kid B gonna keep trying to interject. That's how you know they running game. And that's what happened in that congressional hearing. Lady just started interjecting real quick. Like, I didn't even ask you shit. Like, I'm talking to her. She's busted. And she started stammering and shut down. She kind of sat there and she looked at the lady and the lady started answering for her. It's like, yeah, there's some shit going on. Minnesota's caught up, man. They caught up right now. So I'm one of those people that truly believe this is all going to come to a head and we're going to actually get some indictments. I believe we're going to get some indictments. And I know people don't trust Pam Bondi. I don't trust Pam. I was team Pam Bondi all day, but I don't know, man. This lady, she's scared. She's moving real timid with her charges. But this is what I believe, because like I said, chess, you see something in front of you, but don't look at what's in front of you. This is what I believe is happening. I believe she's trying to get the worst of the worst. She knows few people might be a dead end. They might be a dead end. So to indict them would be a dead end, but it would alert everybody else that the indictments are coming. So if you want to play chess, you don't indict the dead end. Leave the dead end. You already know you got the dead end. You got them. You ain't worried about them. You got them. You want to get somebody who you don't know you got, who's not a dead end, who might potentially lead you to something bigger. So instead of alerting everybody with okay, I'm going to indict this person, now everybody knows the indictments are coming, and the person who's not a dead end might say, oh shit, they're going to find out about me. So they're going to start changing their plots around and everything else. This just happened in Phoenix. Exactly what I'm telling you just happened in Phoenix. I believe Pam Bondi's doing it. It just happened in Phoenix. There was a huge operation in Phoenix that just happened last year. There was a judge involved. There was public service, a lot of public servants involved. There was DPS officials. There were customs officials. All of these people were involved. Now, the FBI knew it. The CIA knew it. They knew all the players. So to go after one, it would tip off the others. And there were 7 people they had to go after, or 8 people they had to go after. They got to go after 8 people. If they go after one, you tip off the other 7. So you can research this. Research large drug bust sting involving judge in Phoenix, Arizona. They did all 8 busts at the exact same time, the exact same moment. I mean, the same. They all had their watches like 3, 2, 1, go. And they were at 8 places all at the same time, and they raided 8 places simultaneously to make sure nobody could be like, hey, man, they're coming for you, bro. The judge got life in prison. You know what the judge was doing? She was she was overturning drug convictions, overturning them. A judge here in Arizona, somebody was guilty, she would overturn it. She would get paid $45,000 cash. Somebody else had this, she would overturn it. $45,000. She was doing it over and over. She had a 300% overturn rate than any other judge in that genre of drugs. And that's like countrywide, 300%. She was overturning everything. She got life in prison. There were DPS officials who were allowing drugs across. There was a lady who was involved who worked for the Department of Public Safety too. She was telling people what the good routes were, where the checkpoints were, what this and that were. They had somebody in Nogales. He had a burner phone in Nogales. They had customs agents. There were 8 busts that happened at the exact same time right here in Phoenix. 8. One lady, the judge was actually packing, when they busted her, it was early in the morning. She was packing her suitcase, her 16-year-old kid and her about to board a plane to go to Mexico. They were just about to board a plane to go to Mexico, and they got busted at home. That day, they were 3, 2, 1, go, everybody. And 8 simultaneously bust. That's what you have to do for public officials. These were all public officials, judges, attorneys, DPS officials. Because when you're dealing with public officials, like I said with Pam Bondi, maybe she don't want to do a one at a time, because if you would have went and got the judge, then everybody would have knew. The other 7 would have said, oh shit, they got the judge. Oh shit, you hear about it? Yeah, man, they got the judge. If they would have went and got DPS, everybody, oh shit, they got DPS. And the other 7 would have got away. So I think, like I said, Pam Bondi might be dragging her feet, but not dragging her feet. She's got the illusion that she don't have a clue as to what goes on, and they're going to do just like what they did in Phoenix. Just like I said, Google it. Look up, drug bust, judge, 8 criminals at the same time. I don't know how you can Google it. Just Google it and look for the videos. And you'll be like, holy shit. Do you know how much planning it takes to bust, and how much manpower, vehicles you got, man, to bust 8 highly elected, powerful people, to bust 8 of them at the same time on the same day at the same minute. That's a lot. And that was just not in Phoenix. It was statewide. It was in Nogales. It was here. It was all over the place. They was buzzing. What up, Trey Watts, my brother? What's good? What's good? Thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Trey Watts TV, always we the 300. We in the building, baby. We always in the building. But yeah, and that's what I say, man. That's why I'm thinking Pam Bondi is doing something very serious. That's going to be at a level where it might be 30 people busted at the same time. 3, 2, 1, go, boom, kicking in doors at 30 places simultaneously. Because just think, Minnesota's a pretty big place. Minnesota's got a lot of judges. Minnesota's judges are overturning a lot of verdicts. Just like this Phoenix judge was overturning all those verdicts. Clear guilty verdicts. She was overturning verdicts and giving random ass excuses for overturning it. Well, I'm going to overturn it because you don't really know if it was cocaine, if it was flour. No, it was coke. It was tested. Well, you don't know if the testing equipment was good or bad. No, the testing equipment was good. Well, you don't know what kind of voltage the light socket had. The light socket might have been 110 instead of 220. So the equipment might not have been right. The judge was coming up with every excuse in the book to overturn because she was getting paid. She bought like $2 million worth of properties. She only makes like $140,000 a year. She bought $2 million worth of properties in cash. In cash. Where'd the cash come from? Because it definitely didn't come from her job. She was overturning all of these verdicts, just like with these immigrants, just like with the Somali fraud. Judges who were overturning all of these verdicts, they're in on something. They let the overturning go on forever. This judge overturned hundreds, like 118 drug cases. She overturned 118 drugs, something weird like that. And they were hard cases, not like, oh, he was smoking weed in the car. No, this was like transporting 4 kilos and 8,000 pounds of crack. I mean, it was some serious shit she was overturning. And that's what I think is going to happen with the Somalis. All these judges that are overturning shit, they just sitting back watching. The government's like, okay. I mean, they got drones. I can walk out the house. They can read the goddamn word, the name on my hat. That's how distinct these drones are. All these people are getting followed. They know exactly what they're doing. And everybody just sitting back thinking they're getting away with it. Oh, yeah. I'm going to bring you a suitcase full of money. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. They know exactly where it's going. Now they're tracing down all the places in Minnesota that were allowing the wire transfers out of Minnesota. So now they're tracing all of that. So once they trace all of that, because people were taking actual cash to this place, giving this place the cash, wiring it somewhere. So what happened to the actual cash? Did this place go deposit it in the bank? Did this place go deposit it in its account? Because I mean, some of these wire transfer places, let's say they would do $15,000 a month. That was normal. $15,000 a month. They went from doing $15,000 a month to $2.6 million a month. You telling me you don't notice that? Okay, you moving 15 grand a month. 15 grand a month is what you've been doing before the Somalis showed up. And all of a sudden the Somalis are walking in, 2.6 million a month is going out the door. And you ain't even question that. You questioning it. Yeah, you questioning it. But they're probably paying you a little bit under the table not to say shit. Hey, man, I know we moving a lot of money, man. Yeah, man, you moving a lot, bro. I don't know. This is kind of iffy, man. You guys might be laundering money. You might be moving money. I tell you what, man, we're going to slide you 25 G's, man. Just don't say shit. All right, bet. Here's 25. So now you moving 2.6 million a month. You getting 25 G's a month. Just like the one attorney that was in that big bus. There was an attorney that was in that bus that bought a warehouse here in Phoenix. He bought the warehouse. He leased the warehouse under his name. They were giving him $80,000 a month. The drug lords, the cartels were giving him $80,000 a month to store coke and all that shit in his warehouse. This is an attorney right here in Phoenix. I'm telling you, it was the biggest drug bust ever. And a lot of people, the Democratic media, nobody ever talked about it because it showed how government can be involved in some of the biggest schemes out there. That's why I think the media never talked about it, because it showed a lot of these judges, like I said. If you ever looked at my Obama video, I talked about how the DOJ pays a bunch of law firms and the law firms give money to judges. I said that. When you look at this case, why didn't the media talk about this case? It was a really big case because judges and lawyers are involved. This lawyer was getting $80,000 a month to allow the drug cartels to use his warehouse. He got busted that day too. All these people were getting busted. So you can't tell me this whole Somali thing with all these state officials, all these businesses, all these companies, it's only going to be a few Somalis getting arrested. No, they ain't going to arrest a few Somalis. It's going to be a lot of Americans going down. We're going to see a major operation. And when people say, Jeff, man, on January the 23rd, 2026, you called it, bro. They just arrested 116 people who work in Minnesota, their directors, their employees, their staff, their check cashing places. They just arrested 116 of them in one damn day. One day. And I'm going to tell you how you know it's going to happen. This is how you know it's going to happen. When you see a lot of federal agents moving into Minnesota, them federal agents ain't there for fucking Somalis. They're not. Why would you need that many federal agents for Somalis? For Somalis, you don't need that many federal agents. You can have a team of 20. You can have a team of 20 to go out and do stings all the damn time. You can have a team of 20. But when you selling 3,000, 4,000 federal agents to one state, oh, it's some shit about to go down. It's some shit about to go down. I mean, how do you think you do an operation of 8 stings at the same time in Nevada? Where did all those agents come? It wasn't just, 1 or 2 cops at each bus. No, there's probably 15, 20 cops at each bus. So you got 8 times that. I mean, what is that? 8 times 15 is about 120. So you got about 120 cops you dealing with that day. And that's only 8 people, 120 for 8. Imagine if you got hundreds of state employees, directors, governors, law enforcement officials that are involved in it. You got all these people involved in it, landlords involved in it. You're going to need a whole lot of agents to move at the same time. Everybody hitting at the same time. Because if you hit one at a time, they're going to start tipping off other people. Hey, man, they coming. They coming, bro. I talked to my attorney. My attorney called this attorney. That attorney called this attorney. This attorney called this attorney. Because all these attorneys are buddies. They go to attorney meetings all the time. They go to big, judge, campaign events all the time. All these attorneys are buddies. They're all buddies. So they sit around going, hey, man, my client just called me and told me this, blah, blah, blah. Ain't your client such and such? Yeah, that's my client. Make sure you give your client a heads up. Then your client talk to this client, and they can't do it like they got to do it all at once. So trust me, you heard it here first at the barbecue. I already put seasoning on that situation already. You heard it at the barbecue first. When a big deal goes down in Minnesota, you're going to be like, Jeff, how in the hell did you know? Common sense. I research a lot. Common sense. Is some shit gonna go down and everybody gonna be like, man, this is crazy. This is white supremacy. It ain't white supremacy. It's criminals getting busted. That's what it is. Oh, it's white supremacy, bro. This is white supremacy. No, I don't think so. You ain't gonna play that shit on me. But yeah. Hey, I appreciate you guys rocking me for this live stream. You know what I'm saying? We're an hour and 10 minutes into it. It's about 3 o'clock p.m. here in the capital city of Phoenix. We ain't the capital city, but I call it that anyways. But I'm going to end up having to go out here. I got to go pop the hood on this car, climb up under there, start pulling these catalytic converters off from my client because she dropped it off this morning. It should be cool right about now. She dropped it off at 9 o'clock this morning. So it should be cool. I got to get out here and replace these catalytic converters. I may do a video of it. I don't know. I might. Because y'all know how I do. I put all kind of videos on my channel just to help you guys save money or let you guys know the potential of doing something if you want to save money. You call a dealership, be like, hey, man, I need catalytic converters. Oh, yeah, man, it's going to be $1,460. She's paying me $250, and I think she got the converters for like $130. So for $380, she's going to have brand new catalytic converters when she come back and pick her car up. They're bolt on. And I got air equipment. Shit's like real quick. Boop, boop, done. About an hour. $250 an hour. I'm good. I don't rip people off. I try to help people. And I know there's a lot of people out there who see this whole situation going on with the fake Black Panther. And they asking me, well, what the hell you doing? You ain't doing shit. I'm saving my community a ton of money so they can pay for rent. They can buy groceries. They can pay their car note. I'm not out trying to kill nobody or get killed. I'm trying to preserve life. I'm giving people a chance to even have a good life. When I use my skills as a mechanic is to help people not pay $2,000 for something. They might pay $1,000. They might pay $700. That's what I do with my skills. I make sure your bank account stays high and it keeps going up instead of you saying, man, all I got is like $800 in my name. I got to go take out a loan just to get my car fixed. When you deal with me, you ain't got to go that far. That's what I do for my community. So when you're asking, well, what you doing, motherfucker? Trust me, doing a whole lot better than running around with a rifle trying to kill some damn body. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. Thank you, Darius. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. He said, I need a plate. Man, I'm telling you, brother, I appreciate the super chat, brother. You guys are all right taking care of me today, man. And that's the thing, man. I got to get back into doing more live streams and stuff like that. Just because it's a lot of information that's out there that I don't have time to edit videos, because editing videos takes a long time. Especially, getting out the clips and the snips and all that crazy stuff, the little cracks in it, getting rid of things that happen. Nah, it's too much. And y'all see some of my videos are like that. When I record in the front yard, people walk by and talk to me and shit. I don't even clip that out. I just leave it in there because I'm tired of doing the edits and I got to clip this out, clip that out, find out where that is. I give you the real, give you 100. And so I appreciate you guys when y'all take care of me, man, through super chats and stuff like that, because it does make a difference, not only to the algorithm, but it makes a difference to me because it lets me know, man, you really appreciate it, man. And there's a lot of, YouTubers out there that won't even do a live stream. They never will. And they won't even acknowledge people on live streams when they do live streams. So it's like, you guys take care of me, man, and I appreciate that. So 2026, we're going to have some good live streams. I got a series coming up to where I want to actually have a guest. So I'm working on that right now. Appreciate you, Jose. Thank you, brother, for the super chat, man. You, Darius, and my man, Trey Watts. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all taking care of me today. But I want to have a guest, and we're going to have some really great conversation, and I want to, patch people in so they can actually speak and stuff like that, just to give their take on the topic that we're doing. But I'm gonna win the live stream like this. I'm gonna tell folks, man, if you are out there and you are considering protesting, look at what you're protesting first. Look at what the Democrats said about immigration first. Now look at what they're saying today. What the Republicans are doing today is what the Democrats yesterday were saying that needed to be done. And now the Democrats have swapped already. This is why I say, make sure you research history before you just start running around with people who got rifles saying, yeah, we're going to take on ICE enforcement. There's no plan B after that. Once you do that, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. You don't want to mess with that. You don't want to mess with that. So do what you can do for your community in terms of building your community. Let's say there's a piece of property in your community and the grass is growing too tall. Maybe somebody in the community say, you know what, I'm going to go over there and take care of that so it looks good when you're driving in. Let's say it's an empty plot. Go out, hand out flyers or text people all week. Say, hey, man, this weekend as a community, can we get together and clean up that plot of land? There's a lot of grass. There's a big-ass mattress laying over there. There's some busted-up bikes and shit. This weekend, can we clean that up? That's what you can do with your time. Running around with rifles acting like a tough dude, that shit don't work for everybody. That don't really do nothing for the community. That's all for content. That's for clicks. That's for clout. That's for fame. That's all that's for. Because I did a video showing one girl was doing the same thing. What happened? FBI showed up at her house and she was like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm all about peace. I don't do that. I'm about peace. I don't know what you're talking about. You got to realize, man, there's people out there who going to talk y'all into some bullshit on these videos. I'll never lead you astray. I'll never lead you to a dangerous position and thinking you got to play tough guy. You got to play smart guy. You got a family out there. You got kids you got to feed. Nobody on the internet is going to give a shit about you once you die. Look at what happened to the lady that got shot, damn near trying to run ICE over. Nobody cares. And I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm saying when I went to the store today to go get dog treats, I didn't care about her. I drove the Jeep today. I did a video today. I got to go out and clean my yard. I don't care about her. She died for nothing. Nobody cares. People are still going to get deported. Life is still going to move forward. When you put yourself in a situation like that, nobody cares. But imagine had she stayed alive and had she cleaned up a field, had she helped clean up a building, had she helped, rent out an apartment complex and do housing for single moms. Imagine if she did that. She would be cared about. People would actually care. Say, you know what, that lady who she went and rented this whole building and now they actually rent it to single moms who were in between jobs and they help these kids get clothes and shit. She's doing that with her life right now. Other than trying to run an ICE agent over with her damn car. When you do things that keep you alive and you do things that propagate life and do things that exude life, people care about that. When you do things that exude death, it just gets attention. Nobody cares though. Nobody really cares. It gets attention. Yeah, it gets you on the internet. It gets you, oh, you see that video, bro? Yeah, I saw that video. You saw that video, bro? Yeah. But nobody really gives a shit. And I'm just keeping it 100. Because when you die, we're going to move on. Nobody really cares. Because we got things that we have to do while we're still alive, while we still enjoying this life. I mean, I got a car out there I've been looking at putting rims on for like 2 years now. But things just keep popping up and I keep saying, no, I'd rather do this. I'd rather fix this. I'd rather do that. I'd rather build my studio. I'd rather do something, for YouTube because I don't care about that car to that degree. I want to do something that exudes life. Because when you go out there and you keep promoting death and you acting like you hard, oh, motherfucker, we killers, we straight killers, we straight killers. The moment you die, nobody gives a shit. Because they're going to say, well, you asked for it. I mean, when you put that energy out there, that energy is going to be returned to you. When you put out the energy of life, if there's a house in my neighborhood, I know that there's a family that needs that house and they're looking for a house and everybody's like, you know what? We understand you don't got a ton of money, but I'll weld. So I can help fix the gate for you. I'll fix the gate for free. Don't worry. I live down the street. I'll fix the gate. Another guy said, I do yard work. I'll do your palm trees for you and get rid of all these weeds and shit for you. Another dude, man, you know what? I do concrete. I'll help fix all your driveway. A community can come together to help somebody. That person who buys that house is going to be, you never believe what happened. I bought this house and everybody came together. My gate is fixed. This dude welded it. All the vegetation is gone and the palm trees are cut and they fixed the driveway. And another guy came and painted the whole house. What, for free? No way. Yeah, me and my kids bought it and the community came together and took care of me. They'll care about that. You think she gonna be like, Yeah, they took care of my house. That's cool. But the real shit is, did you see that dude on the internet with the rifle? Man, he really cares about me. He walking around with a rifle talking about killing ICE. That dude care about me. I don't might give a shit about that. It's all for attention. That's it. It's just all for attention. And people see it. We make videos of it. We make content of it. We laugh at it. And we keep moving. We take care of our community. That kind of shit don't do nothing for nobody. It's a setup. It's to rile people up, to pit people. And the Democrats want to pit people once again, as always. During the Obama years, what were we doing? Black Lives Matter. All the Obama years was Black Lives Matter. And what did them people do? They went and bought mansions and took trips and bought Porsches and shit. That's the families who they were protesting on behalf of didn't get shit. All them families that they were protesting for didn't get nothing, but they all got mansions. They all got $250,000 a year salaries. One dude was a security guard making $35,000 a year. He went from $35,000 a year to $250,000 a year. That's what they did with that money. Them people don't give a shit. The Democrats don't care about you like that. They really don't care about you like that. But yet they're going to sit there and rile you up and try to get you to go against the cops. Yeah, go against ICE. Yeah, go against the cops. Yeah, go against the cops. Because it generates money. And once it generates all the money and all the Democrats are paid and everybody's got bank in their pocket and shit like that, they don't give a fuck if you die or not. You think BLM took care of any of those families of the people who died? No, they really didn't. They didn't. They got millions off that shit. But they did because they don't care. They don't care. Stop putting your life on the line for a bunch of people who just using you to get money. All them Somalis, they don't give a shit about this. I guarantee any of these Somalis end up back over in Somalia. Any of them. No American that's protesting right now will send a dime to Somalia, nor will they protest on behalf of Somalia, nor will they protest on behalf of Somalia's government fixing itself. They won't give a fuck about them people. Them people are patsies. They want to keep them people here because they're paid to say that. These are all paid protesters. It's all money circulating. If the Somalis stay here, they can keep just doing the schemes. That's it. That's the scheme right there. That's the scheme. So if you're going to sit there and fall prey of we need to take care of the Somalis, not a single one of these people probably even know a damn city name in Somalia. Ask them, name one city in Somalia. Well, there is. Yeah, exactly. Because you don't really give a shit. You don't care. You're paid to care because it generates money. All this shit just generating money right now for the people at the top. To pit you against the police, to pit you against ICE, to pit you out there. That's all this is for. The moment anything happens to you or them Somalis, nobody gives a shit. Everybody's going to go to the grocery store. They're going to look at their grocery list. They're going to put air in their tires. They're going to get their windshield replaced on their car. They're going to live a normal, average, everyday life, not giving a shit about what just happened to you. Nobody's going to care. Take their dog to the vet. Get their dog shots. Nobody's going to care about nothing that happened to you. Nobody's going to care because we care about life, American life. We care about our community, our neighborhood, living. Ain't nobody trying to go stand in front of no cop shotgun. Ain't nobody trying to run out. Oh, I'm going to go get ICE. I'm going to go track ICE down and do some shit to ICE. You're going to put yourself in the wrong situation when you could just put yourself in a grocery line and buy the groceries your ass need to buy today. That's the situation you need to be in. You need to be at the grocery store buying the shit that you're going to cook later. Instead, you thinking you're going to impress people by chasing ICE agents around. You're not impressing nobody. We're looking at it just to see how stupid people are. That's it. It's not like impressive. It's like, ooh, man, look. And the people that are saying, yeah, at least they out there doing something. Guess where they are? Sitting on the internet just like us. So all the people that are saying, at least they out there fighting, they ain't out there fighting. They sitting on the internet like every fucking body else, but yet they trying to pump everybody else on the internet to go out there and fight. It's like, take your stupid ass out there. You on the internet like, yeah, that's how you be. You ain't scared. You strong. You go out there. You do that. Pumping these people up in the comments. I'm like, why don't you get your ass off the internet and go out there? Oh, I can't, man. I ain't got nobody to watch my kid. I'm not gonna babysit her. If I had a babysitter, I'd be out there if I had a babysitter. Yeah, exactly. Because you got a life. You got a life to live, but yet you want to hype these people up who ain't got no fucking life. You see what happened to the one lady who dropped her kids off at school and she went out and tried to run over ICE agent. She ain't got no life now either. She's dead now. But yet you want to pump people up on the internet to do all this dumb shit. Do not fall victim of all this rhetoric y'all seeing online. Don't. It's a lot of people that are hard. Oh, I'm a killer. I'm a savage. I'm this, I'm that. They're typing. This is a keyboard. This is what they're using right here. All that shit is coming through this. This is a keyboard. I'm a savage. These are the words that they're using. I'm a savage. I'm hardcore. I'm a killer. This is what they're using right here. All that shit is coming through this. Because ain't none of their ass outside. It's all on this. Don't fall victim of that bullshit. Everybody want to be, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I wish Ice would. You're typing, I wish Ice would on a keyboard. You're really not even outside for real. That's why I say it's all a joke. It's all a narrative. It's all a gimmick. These people are doing their thing, living their life, and trying to get you to go out there so they can have content to look at. Hey man, if you go out there, can you stream it when you get there? Why do I want to stream myself getting shot? Hell no, I'm not streaming when I get out there. No. If I'm out there for a serious reason, I'm not taking a camera out there. I'm making sure I ain't getting shot if I go out there. Why am I going to stream it for your entertainment? And this is how people really think. Oh yeah, when you get out there, you be hard. You ain't scared. You gonna do it, bro. Take your rifle, take your gun, stand up. Yeah. Well, you gonna come with us? No, bro, I can't, man. I gotta get him go to work tomorrow, so I gotta get in bed early, man. But when I get up tomorrow, I'll look at the video that you put out. All right. It's like, yeah. I'm full time on keyboard typing right now. That's all it is. That's all it is. These motherfuckers out. This right here is the biggest weapon of 2026. Right here. The biggest weapon of 2026 is this. It ain't no AK. Is this? It ain't no AR-15. Ain't no 9mm. This is the weapon right here. This weapon right here is what all these motherfuckers run around with. Big ass keyboards. And they trying to get everybody else to go out there and do something. I'm like, nah, man, you ain't suckering me to go out there. I'm good. I got things to do today. But yeah, man, no, it's about an hour and a half into this live stream. And actually, I do got something to do today. I got to get out here and put on this catalytic converter. I think it's supposed to rain. Hold up. Oh, yeah, it's still kind of gray skies out there. So I'm going to try to hurry up and get out there while the car's cooled off, get all these bolts off, get these catalytic converters on there, call her up. So when she gets off work, get this car out of here so I can put my Jeep back in the driveway. I got the Jeep sitting on the side of the house right now. I got way too many cars over here, man. So are you in the hotel lobby? Oh yeah, this is Hotel 300 right here. Shit, this is Hotel 300. Man, yeah, look at that. Even at the hotel, they got MicDrop cups in the hotel. Look at that. Those are MicDrop cups, man. Shit, you already know. Every hotel I go to, I say, make sure y'all got my shit set up when I get there so I can do a live stream. They say, yes, sir. That's MicDrop. This is MicDrop Hotel. This is the 300 hotel right here. Instead of Motel 8, this is Motel 300. That's what I need to get. I need to get a big ass thing and put Motel 300 right there. This is Motel 300. Man. So this ain't Motel 8. What Super 8? I think it's Super 8. Motel 6. Yes, Motel 6 and Super 8. That's what it is. Yeah, this is Super 300. Motel 300. Shit. The hotel, motel, the Holiday Inn. What up, Candace? What's up? Candace is in the building, man. Oh, bro, I baked cookies last night, actually. No, yesterday, because I got up and I was like, well, I'm going to make breakfast. But I said, you know what? I'm going to make cookies while I make breakfast. So I ended up baking some chocolate chip cookies. I got about a dozen of them left. I've been tearing them things up, man. Baking cookies is too easy for me. Because, I mean, I got all the ingredients all the time. I always got chips in the house. So I just throw down while the oven, it goes fast. So you put it on 350, you start mixing all your ingredients. By the time you're done, you got all these fresh cookies sitting in front of you. You throw them in baggies. You're good to go. Good to go. No, Candace, I'm telling you, this is the hotel motel. And you know what we supposed to do? Shrubs and Grub. That's our next company, Shrubs and Grub. Candace, you wild with that one. Man. But I appreciate you guys for coming to the barbecue today. Real talk, real talk. Like I said, we talk about some pretty serious topics over here. We don't do no nonsense and all that. So hopefully gave you guys enough to actually research, kind of look over some things and stuff like that. If you've been checking out some of the latest videos I got, they're doing pretty well over here on YouTube. They're doing very well over on TikTok. But I'm going to keep dropping, man. I'm going to keep dropping content because we need to help wake each other up. And if you know some people out there who probably need to be woken up, feel free. Clip that link, go post it on Facebook, clip it. I mean, you can even review it. You can review my video. Just review it. Be like, hey, man, this is how this goes. And this is my opinion about this, because we need to keep getting this information out there. And the more people that wake up and see the narrative that are put in against us, the media will have to be accountable for this. Because to sit there and look at CNN going on ride-alongs with ICE during the Obama administration, talking about how great ICE is and how we need this country and this country needs to get rid of these illegals and these this and that to protect Americans. They're saying exact opposite right now. We need to make sure we make them accountable for everything they say. They can't just say some shit, flip it, and then walk off. No, we need to know why you change up. What's the deal? What's going on now? Oh, it's because Trump doing it now. All we see is because Trump doing it. Make sure we keep them on their toes and let them know we watching y'all. We listening to every word, watching every video, going back in history, auditing content, bringing it forward, letting them know this is how these people are. Watch them. It's a chess match right now. Watch them. They trying to pull a fast one on us, man. They trying to pull a fast one on us, and we can't let it. This is why we got independent media. And everybody out there, all you guys with a channel, you got independent media. Be okay with grabbing content, even off my channel, grabbing some and just reviewing it. Just listening to it and then giving your take on it, saying, hey, you know what? This is what I feel, because that's the only way we're going to radiate information. My channel is way too small to radiate information. But if we all radiate the message, if we all radiate truth at the same time, it goes out a lot faster. Because the mainstream media, they're not going to put out the truth. They're too big. They're too big for small channels like this. Way too big. But we got a lot of channels out there that are radiating that truth and putting that truth, and we're sharing each other videos and we're reviewing each other videos. That's the only way that we're going to wake people up. That's why you don't see a lot of bullshit on my channel. A lot of Democrats don't come to my channel because they know if you don't come with facts, you don't come with support and documentation, something other than racism and white supremacy. I don't hear racism. I don't hear white supremacy. You cannot use those two words to end every conversation. Well, white supremacy. Nope, you got to have better support and documentation than that. Well, racism. Nope, you got to have better support and documentation than that. Because if you can't articulate a logical explanation for why something is a certain way and all you can say is racism or white supremacy, I can't talk to you. You can't just play the race card and say that's the end of the poker game. Oh, here's the race card, end of the poker game. Not over here. It don't work like that. And Democrats know. I chop it up, man. I tell people, bring that logic. Oh yeah, Hannibal, man. You'll see me on Hannibal's channel all the time. I'm always in his comments, man. He be over there dropping bombs. He be researching, especially on Fannie Willis and all these attorneys. He be dropping bombs on them, man. I'm glad Hannibal. Now, for people who don't know Hannibal is Hungry, he used to be a rideshare channel. He used to be a delivery channel. That's why it says Hannibal is Hungry. He was delivery. He took his content and he went to an entirely different niche. He went to reporting on news. He went from talking about DoorDash and Uber Eats, stopped cold turkey one day and said, I'm doing something different with my channel. And his channel has taken off exponentially. I love it could be 4 or 5 hours past. This dude is at 50,000 views already in 4 or 5 hours. He was never like that in delivery. Delivery, he might get, 6,000 views on a video. And the video is sitting there for a year. He gets 6,000 views in an hour right now. 6,000 in an hour. So I'm like, man, I'm glad because we need channels like that are willing to speak. A lot of people might call me an Uncle Tom, might call him an Uncle Tom. But guess what? It's challenging the narrative by putting out the truth. So for somebody like Hannibal to say, you know what? I don't fit the mold of a typical person who just believes what I'm told. I'm going to actually do content that exposes what's out there. And he did it, and he's very successful at it. And he's showing even channels like me. I've been an expose channel for a long time. I used to do the Uber Lyft expose. I would always talk about attorneys and law and legal. I was always doing that on this channel. To step over into a different realm of politics. I've been doing politics on TikTok for a long time. My TikTok channel is crazy. Every video I drop, 200,000, 600,000, 300,000, 15,000, 18,000. It's crazy on TikTok. Every channel. But over here, everybody wanted me to keep doing rideshare. I don't even do rideshare. I do private rides. It's like if I do 1 or 2 rides, I'll make a video of those 1 or 2 rides. And it's like, hey, I did Lyft today. I did 2 rides on Lyft, but I don't drive that. Most people might do 20, 30 Lyft rides a day. I do maybe 3, 4 Lyft rides a week. It's not enough for me to do content on. So I decided to bring my TikTok content over here, and it's not doing as bad as I thought it would do. It's a slow start because I'm not in the YouTube algorithm like Hannibal is. But at some point, I like to be in the same algorithm he's in, and we can help fight together to get information out there. Because I watch his channel. You'll see me in his comments all the time. Great guy. So people who want to, hear about, local scams, attorney scams, legal scams, people who are trying to get over on people, his channel it breaks a lot down. And he's a really good starting point, for research. If you want to know something, like, hey, watch a Hannibal video. You might start digging deeper into it and find out it's a topic you want to make a video on. It's no telling. Oh, yeah. See, rideshare content is dead now because nobody wants to do it anymore, man. It's the same old shit. Nobody's getting paid. There's no money. I mean, the day somebody got to get a banger ride is like, oh, shit, I got a banger ride, $38 for 4 miles. Oh, shit, it's a banger. Yeah, whatever. That's not even worth time no more. So just like Hannibal, you can flip your algorithm on this channel too. Yeah, I hope so. I've been removing a lot of content on this channel. Some content I completely deleted. A lot of content I actually hid it because it just has no value, but I would want YouTube to see my channel as progressing into something else. So in order to do that, a lot of people don't realize the metadata that's behind certain channels. If you don't change your metadata and you don't change your direction, YouTube's not going to feed you to a certain crowd. YouTube has seen the last slew of content I've dropped just after one. So they're like, okay. So they started sharing my content in a totally different demographic. And it, like I said, it's going to probably do okay. I don't know for sure yet, but it's probably going to do okay. I just need to keep staying in that demographic and don't get sucked back into other demographics. I would still like to do my car repair stuff. So I got J Watts TV. That's my other channel. So I might on J Watts TV start putting a few repairs over there. So because that's evergreen content. When you do a repair, it's evergreen. People are looking at it every day. I get 40, 50 views on evergreen content every single day. So I can put that over on the Evergreen channel on J Watts TV to see if I can get content over there to build. And that way I don't have to mess with the algorithm over here on this channel. But we'll get it figured out, brother. We're going to get it figured out. Steve. But I appreciate you guys still coming to the barbecue because, I'm one of them channels, man. I love to debate. I like to, put great information out there. I love to do audit. Audit and research is my big thing. I'm an accountant. For people that don't know me, I'm an accountant. I work with audit firms like Deloitte and Touche, Arthur Anderson, KPMG. Whenever they would come to casinos or something, I was the point man. So I'm always about audit. We go through historical data, trends, variances. We do a lot of analysis, reconciliations. That's what I'm used to doing. That's in my brain. So when I do YouTube, I love to do the same thing. I like to go into old historical content and data and find anomalies and variances. And that's how I ended up. A lot of the stuff what I'll do is I'll expose Democrats for saying something and then saying the exact opposite thing right now. And when I ask a current Democrat and they go, well, Trump is just doing it different. How? It's just different. How? Because he's just like a white supremacist. He's just like a racist. But how is it different? You're not answering the question. How? If they did it this way, Trump's doing it the exact same way they did, but he just See? And that's how people like that, they don't apply any thought to anything. So I love bringing stuff like that forward because even for Democrats, I check them. I let them know, don't come over here with no bullshit because I'm going to shut it down with facts. And you're going to have to explain yourself. Saying white supremacy, I don't buy it. Saying racism, I don't buy it. I'm just not one of them black people that hear the word white supremacy and I go, oh, you right. It is white supremacy. Oh, it's racist, Jeff. Oh, you even righter. It is racist, bro. That shit, fucking false flags, fake calling cards, man. We've heard that shit so many times. White supremacy and racism has no weight. We're looking for explanations now. We're looking for logic now. You can't just throw a word out there and it's like a trigger word, racist. And black people all go, oh, racist. Oh my God, it's racist. Hey everybody, this is racist. Oh, we knew it was racist. Yeah. This shit don't work no more. It worked like maybe in 1970 it probably worked. 1962 it might have worked. This is 2026. That shit, we're a different breed of black people. We're more intelligent. We got degrees now. We think things through. We got hypothetical situations where we can create scenarios. It's so much more we can do now as black people. We have elevated. We have evolved as black people. So we're not our grandparents. So you can say the word racist to them. We go, oh, it's racist. He said it. He told me it was racist. He told me it was racist. Okay, how? Tell me how. I got videos that explains to you why white supremacy and racism are so profitable. I dropped a video on my channel 2-3 days ago that tells you why white supremacy and why racism is so profitable for attorneys. And it just so happens all these Democratic leaders used to be attorneys who worked in discrimination law. White supremacy and racism, that's their product. They got a shelf full of that shit. They got boxes of it. They got bottles of it. They got packages of it. All this white supremacy is ready for you to buy. It's ready for you to buy. You just got to walk into the store and believe it. White supremacy, aisle 5. There's a whole box of it over there, 6 ounces of it. You can go have it. Buy it. Some people buy that shit. Hey, man, I came from, we got a whole 6-pack of white supremacy over there. I need some white supremacy. We got a 6-pack. It's on sale today. All right, I'll buy it. Some people buy that shit because they know it's worth money. You can sell it. Jasmine Crockett tries to sell it. Obama tries. All these Democrats try to sell it because they know it's money. They were all discrimination attorneys. They know exactly how to sell it. Look at Tony West. All he did was settle discrimination laws. Look at my Tony West video. If you haven't seen my Tony West video, just type Tony West on my homepage and you will see 2 or 3 Tony West videos pop up. You will see that even his own people in the DOJ would say, dude, why are you settling this case? We could win it. Why are you settling this case? It's a slam dunk for the government. It's a slam dunk for the American people that we don't have to pay $40 million to these people about saying that this shit is racist when it's not racist. But Tony West would go, we're going to settle it anyways because I'm going to give money to these attorneys. We're going to give money to this judge. We're going to give money to all these people. Everybody going to get paid. We all going to get money. He was selling racism when he was the head of the DOJ. It was a product. He had a whole shelf full of that shit. His own people on his team would question it. Why are you settling, bro? We don't have to pay nothing. He's like, but I want to pay. These are American tax dollars. We got a plan going here, bro. I'm going to pay because those people at that law firm, it's my buddies. That judge, that's my buddy. All these people over here in these organizations, the NGO, these are all my buddies. I got to give them some tax dollars, man. So I got to settle. I can't just walk away without paying these people. Understand what white supremacy and racism is. You got to understand it, man. It's chess. Don't look at what's in front of you. Think about 2 moves ahead. Why? The motive. Why is he moving this way? Don't just say, oh, man, he moved that way. Damn, he moved that way. We see he moved that way. But why did he move that way? Think about it. He settled because he wants to pay people who are on his team. Why do you think all these Democratic judges right now are overturning all these cases? Like I told you, type in Phoenix judge overturning cases big as, 8 people arrested the same day. They overturn cases when they are financially invested in it. These people are financially invested into these fraud cases and they know it. It's just going to take a matter of time to get. That lady overturned about 118 cases. They didn't catch her after 1. They didn't catch her after 10. They didn't catch her after 20. They waited till she was at 118 cases. This lady has life in prison. She is a rich ass judge in Phoenix, living in Paradise Valley. Anybody here who knows what Paradise Valley is? If you are a millionaire, you live in Paradise Valley. You don't live in Paradise Valley if you're not a millionaire. You do not live in. This judge lived in Paradise Valley on $140,000 a year. She lived in Paradise Valley. How? Overturning cases. I'm telling you, man, we can find out who's doing what. We got to give us some time. Give us some time. But for me, I'm all out of time. It's an hour, 42 minutes, man. I appreciate you guys coming and rocking with me on the live stream. Once again, every time we get to talking about a topic, we kind of go a little bit harder. But man, I'm going to end this live stream. If you want to go back to the beginning of the live stream to catch up, totally fine. I got videos on my channel I've dropped. Go to my homepage, go to recently uploaded content. When you go to recently uploaded, that is all the stuff that I've uploaded recently. Hence the title. And on the other playlist is just whatever I throw in there. But recently has everything I upload. Always go to recently. You will see some videos in there. Great commentary, some great content. Y'all keep it hot. Keep it hot. Keep the grill hot. Exactly. Up on the mountain. Yeah, hey, Darius, where Paradise Valley is. Hell yeah. You've been up there before. That's where my clients be. And I'll be like, damn, I need to hit the lottery, man. The whole front of the house is glass. I need to hit the lottery. But man, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for swinging through the barbecue. I will be seeing you guys after I finish with these catalytic converters. I got to go out here and get this done. What up, Alpha John? You're going to have to start at the beginning, brother. You got to be team replay. I got to get going, man. Holla at me later.